Flooding is still top of mind on the East Coast. We've seen this persistent stormy pattern, especially on the weekends. And at this point, I mean, the soils are saturated. It doesn't take much to create some flooding. And in fact, to increase the water levels in those rivers and streams and creeks. You're looking here at Wheeling, West Virginia. And search and rescue operations are underway in Wheeler after cars became submerged in floodwaters during the overnight hours. So this is new information coming in to Fox Weather this morning. Several roads shut down in the central part of the state, and you can just see the debris flow here running through this creek over in Wheeler, West Virginia, as first responders were placed throughout the area. Now, an emergency shelter being set up at a local elementary school as we speak, with flood watches that continue through the day today. The opportunity for more rain on the board. So that's something that we're continuing to follow closely. I love this top-down view from space. Sometimes you don't see much in a satellite image like this, but when we take a look at our water vapor, how much moisture we have in the atmosphere, this does tell us a bit of a picture of what's going on, not only this morning, but what is going to continue to happen throughout the day today. First and foremost, you see this boundary working its way down to the south of that I-80 corridor. And so we are going to see a bit of a shift in where that rain potential sets up this afternoon. Further to the south, we get a bit of a break up across the northeast, New York to Boston. Couple clouds, but perhaps some drier time as we close out this weekend on Father's Day. But also, too, with that boundary drawn overhead, let's jump things over into West Virginia. See that upper level low? We follow it, that spin parked over West Virginia right now. And so that upper level low and where it's positioned right along that boundary is going to be where we focus our opportunity for storms and more rain getting into the afternoon today. And so that's really going to be in a spot like Eastern Virginia, Eastern North Carolina, where things are quiet this morning. Temperatures mild with that cloud cover overnight. So we weren't able to kind of cool things off a bit. Some fog out there this morning in Pittsburgh over the last couple of hours. A few spot showers in and around New York. Most of it, I think we came to the conclusion, isn't quite reaching the ground, but a spritz here or there, not out of the question. I think that's the best shot that we get throughout the day today. We see that storm track and that shower coverage shift a little farther to the east this time around. We do keep Washington, D.C. into the fold, but I think even farther to the south, Richmond, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, especially with that level 3 upgrade for flooding on very saturated ground, numerous thunderstorms tapping into that high moisture, going to potentially lead to an additional 2 to 3, if not upwards of 5 inches of rain locally as we go through the end of the day today into early tomorrow. So that's that bullseye, I think, our sweet spot of our problems, but not to leave out the fact that we could still see pockets of another 1 to 2, 2 to 3 inches of rain up into the mountains of West Virginia, popcorn showers and storms around the south, middle Tennessee, back down across, say, Mississippi and Alabama. But all right, through the day today, anybody traveling to see Dad, we finally get a break in Syracuse. I mean, we're 30 for 30 when it comes to rain, but at least we can clear things out for the afternoon with just a little cloud cover.
Yeah, I mean, I think you made a good point about everything going a little bit farther toward the south. And, you know, it's interesting. It turns out the last little bit of remaining drought that's in the Northeast is down by the Chesapeake Bay. So we'll take a little bit more rain down there today. Should be mostly dry in New York City and areas north, I would say. We'll have to watch out for some severe storms. It's a level 1 risk. But when you see how this is going to fire up on the future track, you know, it doesn't really take a meteorologist to see that some of those storms could be a little bit on the strong side. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, and heavy rain, too, rain rates probably exceeding 1 to 2 inches per hour at times, and just the repeated nature of that, something to be mindful of. You see the bit of a break that we get up here across New York and Boston as we get into the late evening. Couple showers around, right? It's not completely dry. New York City, you know, I'm hopeful this afternoon that we could see at least a couple of breaks here, but it's cooler, noticeably cooler across the region for Dad.
Yeah, those day part forecasts. I don't know what data is going into there, right? See all the raindrops? I don't think it's going to be rainy
it's not
today
as
in New York
ominous.
City.
That's why you need us, right?
That's right.
Your app will tell you one thing, but we'll break it down.
That's right, absolutely. I think New York City is going to be mostly dry today.